Hey, I'm Kappa, and this is going to be the last B-hopping video you're ever gonna need to watch, because I'll personally make sure that you do learn how to B-hop. So if there are any issues at all, I'd love to see your comment and I will personally help you. No problem. Multiple comments, multiple issues, no problem at all. So this B-hopping tutorial is based on the experience I got from B-hopping for quite a while, about 2 years now, and from the feedback on the last B-hopping tutorial and what was unclear, and I'll try to describe it more clearly this time. Of course, featuring my hand cam, no hacks, no weird stuff like that. Also, this is going to be the best tutorial on YouTube. Oh yeah, and there will be an epic frag movie if you stay till the end, a reward if you learn the whole thing, and also prove that I don't cheat and that this actually works. I know there are a lot of bad ones, so let's get right into this. So what do you need to do before you actually start b-hopping? So the first thing, you need to type cl_show pause 1. If you don't want to type this manually, they're going to be just typed in the description, so just copy and paste it. And then the second command is going to be bind mwheeldown or up, doesn't matter, depending if you want down or up. And then just type in plus jump or just paste it. Now you can see your mouse wheel down is binded to jump. Now, to learn how to b-hop, you first need to understand what hopping is. If I run out with a knife, you can see my top velocity is 250. And b-hopping is of course moving with a higher velocity than that. And how you can achieve this is by strafing. So what is a strafe? A strafe is just a simple movement like this. I'm gonna explain how it's done. And you can see it reaches a velocity higher than 250 while doing so, and b-hopping is just maintaining that velocity from that point on. So how do you do a basic strafe? To do a strafe, you just want to stand on place, then you want to jump with scroll down or spacebar, doesn't really matter, and then you want to jump, and exactly as you start moving your mouse, you want to start holding and when you start moving your mouse, you want to release these, so just like this. And you can see, without pressing W, I got a velocity of around 50. So you can see, we're gaining velocity out of nothing. So that's the principle and how b-hopping works. So you just want to stand here and practice this for a while if you've never done it before. Now you want to do it for the other side, and you do that by moving your mouse to the left and holding A, of course while jumping. And now practice this for a while. Pretty easy, huh? Now let's apply this while moving. So you want to press W to just run forward, and then jump and stop holding W. So you release W and just do a strafe to the left, which is pressing D and moving your mouse to the left, while not holding W anymore. So release W, jump and strafe. Easy, right? So that was your first strafe to the right. Pretty easy, huh? Now let's just practice it for a bit. 1, 2, 3. So you got that down, easy peasy. Now do it for the other side. Just hold W, release W, jump, hold A while moving your mouse to the left, and repeat. Now that you know how to strafe, I want to encourage you to pause this video and go to like a 10-minute Dust to Deathmatch, doesn't really matter what type, and just try to kinda do strafes around the corners like this, surprising your enemies. Maybe buy a weapon like an MP9 that's accurate while moving, and just surprise your enemies while jumping like this. Now that you got that down and you finish your warming up in a deathmatch, we can start by learning how to b-hop. Now, to just warm up for b-hopping, you want to just kinda stand in place, just like this, and while jumping with space or jumping with scroll, you just kinda want to jump in place just like this, silently without making a sound, and that's a sign that you can time your jumps. So you want it to be silent and you want to jump in the same tick as you land on the floor. So just like this, jumping, just practice this for a bit. Now that you get that down, we can try to do our first little hop. So to do a hop, you first need to do one strafe and then jump exactly or just slightly before you land. So let's do a strafe to the right, just like this, and boom. If you see that your velocity stays the same and doesn't decrease while you're jumping, then it means you did it right. Congrats. If you did it right, that was a bad one, as you can see. Then you hit your first BHOP. So can we do it again? Come on. One BHOP coming up. One BHOP. No, come on, what's wrong with me? And there we go, that was another BHOP. So just practice this for a while, just try to time it just like this. This is just the basics of BHOPing. Maybe try to do the one afterwards and just practice this for a while. Now let's try to do a BHOP to the left, strafe to the left, and jump as soon as you land. Just like this. Easy. There you go. Another BHOP. Very easy. Now that you got this down, we can chain your BHOPs so you can travel longer distances, not just one hop. To do that, you just do a hop to one side, just like this, and then as soon as you hit the ground, you start turning to the other side. I'm gonna refer from this point on, I'm just gonna refer to it as strafe. So this is going to be a strafe to the right and this is going to be a strafe to the left. So as soon as you stop doing your strafe to the right and land just like this, you want to hop from the ground and start strafing to the left. So just like this, right and left. So again, now let's try to do it in a good smooth motion. Strafe to the right and to the left. And then after that you just start repeating it, just like this. Doesn't really matter if you're hitting it that much now, we're just practicing the movement, just like this. You can see, easy peasy. Now there are even more techniques, so if you're just starting out, this is probably going to be enough to practice upon for like a week at least. So just practice this. But if you got this down, and you get your timings, you can do this, you can time it right, then we can move on to maybe one-sided BHOPing. This is just going to be multiple strafes, so two strafes in one jump. So you're gonna want to do a strafe to the right, and while in this point in the air, while you're here, you want to switch to a strafe to the left, just like this, and as you land, again strafe to the right and then mid-air strafe to the left, and just let's repeat this, and it should look something like this. And just do this until you get a good speed. These are the two most common techniques used. So normal BHOPing and one-sided BHOPing. You can also do it on the other side, no problem. But there are also other techniques. This is one that's very beginner friendly. You want to hold W to get your velocity going, and then you want to turn at like a 45-degree angle, something like this, and from there on just jump every time you land and hold W and A. So never release W, just press A and keep on holding both two. So just like this. And then for the other side, you want to press W and D and just like this. Now how do you start hitting chains and how do you get good? To get good at BHOPing, you need to practice quite a lot. And by practicing a lot, I mean every single game, every single warm-up, every deathmatch, every corner you see, if you're sure that no one's behind there, you just wanna kinda hop just for practice. Doesn't matter how many hops you hit, if you don't hit it, just you need to practice and just practice strafing like this. there's plenty of ways you can practice B-hopping and strafing as well. You have a lot of freedom by doing so. And now, just if you get stuck at any point, again, just comment. I'll be answering all of them. I'll be answering pretty fast, so don't be afraid to ask anything. Now you see that was a decent hop right there. Now you're probably wondering, how can I trust you? Yeah, you're showing your hand cam and all, but how do I know you don't script? Well, the simple answer is you can't know, because you can bind really anything. I could have an external thing and you wouldn't even know even if I showed my keyboard, literally everything, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it. And one thing you need to know is that even if you time it perfectly, you won't hit it every time, because in CSGO sometimes it's kind of random. And now one more thing that I forgot to mention: if you want to B-hop uphill, you want to strafe faster, and if you B-hop downhill, you want to do it more slowly. Now let's try to hit a few B-hops.